So guys, now let's start about 6 very important VS Code settings which you must have include in all of your VS Code projects. So let's go and open your UI VS Code settings. In macOS, shortcut is Command comma, and in Windows, keyboard shortcut is Control comma, and if in case you have some different kind of a keyboard binding and these shortcut doesn't work, then go left in your activity bar, go in this manage gear icon, click it over here, and here you will find all of your settings. So now you can see all of your UI settings. So now the first and very important setting, that is the auto save. So see, now we are in this auto save setting, and right now this setting is off, and make sure you always keep this setting on after delay. So what will happen with this setting when you will keep this setting on after delay, and you'll see now you have a time of this 1000 millisecond. That means after 1 second all of your code will be saved automatically, and you can change. If you have some different need, you can reduce this time, you can increase this time, it's up to you. Now the second important setting, and let's do one thing, let's open the JSON user setting file also. Open your command palette. So in Windows, keyboard shortcut is Command Shift P, and in Windows, keyboard shortcut is Control Shift P. So let me go over here and type open settings JSON. So do you see the change what we made it over here, autosave, that has applied over here. Now all the changes whatever we will make in our code will be saved automatically. So now the second important settings, that is the word wrap setting. Let's go in the word wrap, this setting. Make sure you have this setting on. Reason being, so let's say I'm working on this project, and right now due to some reason I want to minimize this code. Do you see what has happened? Few lines are getting hidden, and that's will create an issue, right? Or let's say I'm working in a split screen mode. So do you see this line and this line is getting hidden, and that will create a lot of problem when you are working in a project where you need to watch multiple screens simultaneously. So the solution is that go ahead in your settings and switch on your word wrap settings, make it on, and let's see your functions.py file. Now you can read all of your lines simultaneously, and it will adjust whenever you will increase the size of your screen or viewport of your VS Code editor. So all the VS Code viewport will changes will be adjusted by these lines. So this is one of the very important setting which I really like to be switched on. There's a word wrap. Make sure now this word wrap setting is on, and you can check in this file, and this editor.wordwrap setting must be on over here. Now the third, so let's type trim, and you see what's happening now. We have two options: trim final new lines and trim trailing white spaces. So make sure these two settings are checked in over here. Reason being what they do, let's say whenever you are working in a project, sometimes we leave many blank lines open, and these lines get saved, or any number of white spaces get saved in your code, and that's take space. So what will happen when you have these settings checked in, these trim final new lines and trim trailing white spaces, these two settings, then what will happen whenever you will save your code, all of those unnecessary new lines and unnecessary white spaces will be cut off by itself. So I think these two settings are really pretty good to have in the beginning of your project itself. And then the other nice setting, that is the Git auto fetch. So let's go over here, Git auto fetch, or let me go and type this git, because I think there are one more settings. Git, yeah, one is this one is the git auto fetch and git auto refresh. Git auto refresh is by default it is on, so we no need to worry on that. But this git auto fetch settings, make sure you keep it true if in case you have connected your project with any of your GitHub or GitLab repository. And that part, how to do that and how to configure all of these things, we will learn later on in this tutorial. So if you have already done that, so this setting will really help you out a VS Code project. And the last important setting, that is so let me first switch off this multi-screen mode. So now, do you see these two lines? If you notice down, these are the really long in space. I shouldn't have write this much long lines. So it's always better to have, if I have something which gives me a alert and another line which gives me a really red alert, that I don't need to exceed my line over here, or I need to now start a new line. So that's where a setting called rulers comes in picture. Let's go rulers. Do you see? Now we have editor rulers. So now just go and click it over here, edit in settings.json. So it will open your rulers. And here I don't need these parentheses over here, I just need a list over here. Let me shut it down. Yeah, this list, and let's give a, let's say 70 number, and save it. And let's get back to the my Python file. So do you see, now I have a line which is kind of giving me a red alert that now I need to go in the next line, and I can add multiple line in this. So let's say I'm over here in this file, so let's say second, and this is the really red alert. I need to make it on the 90th line, make it, save it, and go in this file. So do you see, now I have a two lines. So one is a kind of a warning, and the one is the red alert kind of a thing. So I hope these 6 settings right now you have in your user settings, and these settings really helps you a lot. So thanks guys, and bye bye, and make sure you subscribe this particular channel.